Good morning, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I'm just, I've already prepared 2 pages because I'm like 7 days behind now. So I'm going to just ink these up the rest of the way. And I think this one's a sticker. We'll just put some pages together. And I'm going to go ahead. Good morning, Melanie. I'm going to just, after I sign off, I'm just going to keep working in this journal. Today while I'm watching Janet and everybody else that comes on Monday until I'm caught up. And so we'll be on whatever the 19th. I'll be on the 19th page by the end of today. And this is 12 and 13. So I do want to get this wrapped up, and I may just keep working on it because I'm basically doing the same thing over and over, just layering stuff up. And I don't want this channel to end up just being the same thing over and over. So you've seen me do now, this will be 13 pages. I think you've got the idea. So if you guys want to finish your books up quicker, go ahead, because the next thing I would like to do on a Monday is just make the covers. So maybe I'm going to try to finish all my pages before next Monday for the whole month. So my little book will be all done by next Monday. If I do a couple pages each day, I should be able to do that. Just because I want to get it done. And I've got other projects I'm working on, and I figure if I take today and focus on this little journal today, then tomorrow I can focus on finishing the little dress I'm trying to finish for the finish that whip. And if I get that one finished, I'd cut out 2 of those. So I had 2 works in progress that were those little vintage patterns. If you want a challenge and you love to sew and you really want a challenge, look in the thrift stores for a really, really old pattern, like from the 50s or earlier. It's a real challenge because there was a lot of, they expected you to know everything. You know, they expect you to know how many pieces you need. They expect you to know all of the instructions with no instructions. And yet they'll say easy to follow instructions. So yeah, it's been an interesting work trying to get this dress done. The whole reason it got sidelined is I didn't understand the cutting instructions, and I didn't cut out enough skirt pieces. So, and then I ruined the fabric by not cutting it correctly to get the number of skirt pieces I needed. So I had to go back to Joann's. Luckily, I had already gone and got some fabric to make the skirt pieces up with. But anyway, it's neither here nor there now because Joann's is gone. Some of this I'm going to have to cut off and then re-ink, but it'll be all right. Trying to remember how I had this. I think it was like that. Tippy, you don't need to go out there. It's 29 degrees outside. Too cold for a sick kitty. Who's not been acting very sick, you guys. He's been playing and having a big time. I thought I had sent Scott out the door, and here he came in. He'd forgotten his phone. So he just left for the second time. Hi, Lala. Hi, Janice. So, yeah, he had a rough night. He doesn't want to admit that, you know, he may be getting a little older, not too old, but a little older, and doing things down on the floor is not as easy as it used to be. And so his knee was screaming all night. He said he got maybe 15 to 30 minutes of sleep at any one time, and then he'd have to shift to find a new position that didn't hurt quite as bad. But it is hard acknowledging For anybody that's young and thinks they're all that, just wait. Age will even everything out for you, and you will have better understanding of why your parents and your grandparents moan a lot. You should appreciate them for the things they can do for you when they're young, because when they get older, they're not going to be able to do all the things you want them to all the time. All right, I'm sure that this is a sticker. I just got to get this clear plastic off the back. Fat Tippy is playing right now. They are all thoroughly enjoying Howard's Tunnel. Not so rough, Howie. Howie forgets how big he is, and then he'll make Tippy cry. Is that it? No. I don't think glue would stick to the plastic on this. Oh, I think I got it. My mother-in-law wouldn't let me carry her clothes basket of clean clothes upstairs for her last night. She said, I do it all the time. I'm fine. Now I've got my little number 13. And I do have some words up there. Yeah, move that up and I can put my words right there. You're too tired to moan and complain. I know that feeling too. Yesterday, noise was bothering me so bad. I don't know. I think it's because I've not been sleeping too hot. My brain is worrying about things that I need to just not try to cross those bridges before they get here. Stop it. I just keep telling myself, stop crossing bridges. I haven't gotten here yet. It's like, you'll know when you know. Don't worry about it right now. The reason I'm doing the bottom one first is so I can set it aside to dry so I can flip it up, to do the back side here in a minute while I work on that one. Now, I've got some words that are kind of cut out already. I would just need to ink them. So I've got do what you love, wonderful, start each day with a grateful heart, far away places plus daring adventures, and then I've got magic and enjoy, and then there is beauty in simplicity. So this kind of shows faraway places. So I'm kind of leaning toward the faraway places and daring adventures to go right here. Maybe trim it down a little. Tippy wants out on the porch. Honey, it's really cold. Okay. He won't stay long. I'll have to get right back up and let him back in. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Like I said, I've not been sleeping well, so I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. And just kind of took it easy and watched Scott work. He's trying to get the front room, finished up so we can get back to living in that room instead of just having it there to sit in every once in a while. I'd like to be able to sit at the dining room table to eat too. That would be nice. Since I got rid of the kitchen table years ago because it kept turning into just a landing zone for stuff. So I was like, I'll just get rid of the table. And so I did. And then we kind of been missing it. See, I think I like that right there. So we'll glue that up. But I want to finish this book and get it done. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to keep working on this until it's about time for Janet to come on. So I'm going to be on a little longer today. And then I'm going to finish working on my book, even off time. I've got my Mary Hill slippers there I've got to fix because I haven't heard from Mary Hill in years, and she made us slippers, and we've about wore them out. I'm just spraying my tray of goop here that goes with this watercolor set. And I'm just going to pick up some of the red, mix it in with this brownish color, brownish green color, and make some more brown. Add some of this blue. This is cleaning out my pan too. And then I just cover up anything that's still kind of white of the index card and makes it all look kind of vintagey. And we can set this aside to dry while we work on that other page. Try not to get it too wet. And there's a little bit down here. I think that's that. So I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll set it aside. We'll pull this one down. Yes, please do hit the like button. Aw, my cup has a hole in it right there at the top. Oh well. This I've already inked, so I know I want to put this down first. And I do cover the holes, but I'll repunch them before I go, too much farther. And then we're going to have to work at putting the next few pages together. And I did open the third envelope and separate things by painty paper, scrapbook paper, stuff that has napkins applied to it, focal images, and that kind of thing, just to save me time of looking for stuff. I can just go from pile to pile. Oh, I need a wet one. I know I bought some, but it's like my carts have eaten the wet ones. Oh, there they are. Snake, they would have bit me. I meant to go back to the Dollar General and see if I could get some more of these wet ones for $1 a package. I think they were some clearance. They missed marking. And I wish I'd gone back because that was a good price. All right, we'll stick this one down here. I've got plenty of glue sticks. If this one gets low, I'll grab another one. I'm not going to take the time to dig this stuff out with my palette knife right now. Oh, goodness. Well, the big snowstorm of 2026 did not happen here. I saw that Lisa, the awkward quilter down in Georgia, she was getting snow. And I saw that North Carolina was getting snow. But I think we're kind of in a pocket between the mountains and the ocean. And I'm sitting right in the middle of South Carolina, and just not much ever happens right here. I had a friend that once said that this area is where Satan sat to make the mountains. I always thought that was hilarious that she said that, but look at this cool piece right here. That could make a nice anchor for my butterfly thing. Just needs to be inked up. Oh, Tippy's ready. I knew it wouldn't take him long. Oh, it wasn't you? Do you want to come in? Come on. It's too cold to sit out there, honey. I just don't think that's a wise thing with you having a mass in your chest, buddy. All right. I'm just inking the edge of this one here to. I'm trying not to overload the pages. I just want it to be real simple. I was doing five items and then a saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put this like right there. And then whoops. So did anybody else get snow yesterday? And now they're saying, oh, we're going to have snow next Saturday. I say, I don't believe you guys anymore. You don't have enough qualifications to tell me what the weather is. I don't believe you. They fired everybody with any real education. So they're all in there just guessing. Or just regurgitating what, never mind. Not going to go there. Let's see. Our other one said, faraway places and daring adventures. So this one says magic. Let's do enjoy instead. Enjoy up there. And then we'll ink it. Good morning, Gregory.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
You're going to have, yeah, your jeans are on top of the dryer. And don't forget, you've got to load your work vest too and all, because you did your laundry. So just remember that. Dad took the bean soup that I had made for his lunch today, and I baked chicken. I'm going to do something with that later. Lala says, Happy Milk Day. Happy Milk Day.
I like milk.
Greg says he likes milk. You're making a hot dog up, aren't you, to take for your lunch?
Yeah. I mean, since I cooked them last night, I might as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although that recipe, I asked for 2 cups of water.
Oh, it made it really runny, didn't it?
It did, so I had to take a lot of that liquid out, just so it's like a normal chili.
That sound. Wish I'd known. I would have just said no. Don't put that much, because I think I only put, when I make hot dog chili, I put about a half a cup to a cup, and then I let it cook down with the lid off. I need to fill in this area here. I'm getting sidetracked. So we'll just fill in our exposed white areas on this piece. And Janice says she got snow on Saturday and it was gone on Sunday. We didn't see any snow. Now, I did fill all of the bird feeders real full, and the birds and the squirrels did, feed really heavy. And so they were like trying to believe it was going to snow too. it's not wanting to pick up any color. All right, put that back aside. And then this needs to dry. We'll set it over here. And we got to repunch this one. So I'll repunch. And this needs to be trimmed because at the top of the book I need it to be smooth. And we'll put that back over here. And I'll just add a little ink to this edge, and I guess I could ink the index card where there's nothing on it too. I should do that with all the pages. All right. So this will be number 13, so the page will flip up. So this will be 14, and this one will be 15. So I'm going to set my glue page aside because I've got to create a page now. Oh, Martin Luther King. That's right. I was asking Scott, so does that mean there's no mail and no bank today? And we weren't sure. They should still be closed, but in this day and age, who knows? All right, I've got scrapbook paper. I've got all of that. I really like this piece. And let's see. This has got some more of that kind of faded background. Might use those two. And then let's see what we've got in the scrapbook paper. I've got another one of those stickers pieces. This could be interesting on here. Okay, and maybe pull in some of this stuff here. That carries on that green, that little bird. Put a bird on it. I've got another piece of napkin that has some of that same, book page that's got some of that same napkin on it. This needs something more toward the bottom. What else do I have? And that green is just the wrong shade of green. Just keep looking to see what I've got here. I could always open the last envelope and we could add this stuff to our pile, piles. Sorry. There's some more words jumping out. I might do that and then add the envelopes back into my envelope collection. Oh, I forgot it, the washi tape. All right, so we've got words here. Y'all don't get so rough you hurt each other. Crazy cats. Some more focal image type stuff on the top. All right. And I got some scrapbook paper. Ooh, this is interesting. Actually, that could go in with the other stuff over there. I don't know.
Later.
All right, have a good day, honey. You got your ID?
Yeah.
All right.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Oh, and then we need our, let's see. If that one was 12, 13, we need 14, which this is 4. I don't know how I didn't use this on page 4, but we can make it 14 by just adding a 1 to the front. So that one would go on that page. We'll turn this one into number 15. Oops. I gotta ink all of it. All right, so we'll start on the bottom again. See if I can flip the whole thing over. Okay, so this one's gonna go up here in some way. We gotta ink everything. I knew it was Martin Luther King Day, Jr. Day. It's just, it escaped me and my brain is like mush. I'll stick that there. Oh, you know what? Before I glue anything on that one, I've got to repunch my holes. If I haven't already done it. I'll put this down there. Uh-oh, about to lose my little number thing. It's all right, buddy. Okay, this was going to go in the middle, and this was going to go this way. Okay. And I didn't date those other pages. It'll be all right. Glue stick. I'm wondering when the man that owns the house across the street or the people that are managing the property, I'm wondering when they're going to show up and realize the young man that moved out abandoned his Mustang over there and flattened the tires, and he's just left a mess for them. But they've been gone now for several months, and I would think that they'd want to get it re-rented, but I'm hoping they didn't damage the inside, because he had just spent a bunch of money refurbing that place before he rented it out again. I mean, he'd redone the kitchens and everything. Told Scott I'd never want to rent because people don't respect your property. I just don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to be a landlord. Not doing too bad. I've gotten almost 4 pages done in about 30 minutes. Of course, I did a bunch of stuff before I came on. We're going to put that there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. No, honey, go somewhere else. Do you want to get in your basket up here? I've already put fresh food in. Let's see. We've got start each day with a grateful heart here. Ink that up and set that there. I almost want to use one of these. This just says wonderful. I think I like that better. We'll just ink it up and pop it down, and then we'll paint the page on the edges that need it. And bam, we'll have another page done. Okay, let's bring this back over here. I just don't want that stark white of the index card when I've got all this stuff that's got all this where it already looks aged. All right. Let's set that one aside. I'll bring this one back. We punch these holes. So this is the one we did today. And I've already put the date on here. Or fixed the date in my jibber jabber. That's a jibber jabber, in case you didn't know. Oh, look at that. All right. This was number 'So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's 11? 11. 11 and 12. All right. And I've punched the holes, dated it. Okay. So that can go there. Get myself confused. Doesn't take much. This one doesn't need the holes punched. This just needs everything put down. And I can always pull out my big envelope if I feel like I'm getting too limited on what to select from. Okay. I'm going to ink it and set it back down just so I can make sure I haven't shifted too much stuff around. And then this looked like it was supposed to go here. Or maybe over here. I don't know. We'll fix it. Everybody must have fallen back asleep. That's okay. It's early on a Monday of all things. All right, that'll go on there. This is already inked. I feel like it needs something else? I've got all this other stuff sitting off to the side. I have some other things. Getting too many things now. All right, I'm just gonna glue some things down. Just glue it down. Hi, Sophia. So glad you've got heat. That was quite an ordeal to have to do on a Sunday of all days. Hopefully it's a permanent fix. Oh, goodness. Well, that was an eventful day for everybody. I think I'm actually changing this slightly as I go along, but I don't care. As long as I get these pages done, right? I could just like grab something and glue it down, but I always like to kind of see what's going on. I don't know how the rest of our week's going to go, but we're going to just play it by ear. In-laws from Tennessee are coming, and they've got somebody hired to put that lift chair in, and we'll see how it goes. We didn't mention it last night because she was in a negative Nelly mood, and I was not going to be one to stir the pot on that. Oh, I hope I'm putting this on here correctly. Let me see. 13. Yeah, this will be 14. All right, let's use some washi. This is the one I always want to use, and this is the one I can't find the end on it. This one's kind of cool looking. put a little smidgen of glue across here. Because we all know washi tape, it's not meant to last, I don't think. They ought to just call it temporary tape. It's temporary tape. Well, there's that. I think everybody else fell asleep. Oh, you're welcome. I love them. I need to get the ones out of our car, though, because Scott spilled coffee, and I forgot to do that. And I need to make some replacement ones so I can swap them out. I'll add that to my list of things I want to do. Because, you know, we all have things we want to do. I really want to make something with this that's bigger than just this circle. You know, like layering some of these little tickets up under it. I could put 3 of these little tickets, pull them apart. Add some tippy hair, because why not? I don't know. Let's see what else is in this pile of stuff. I don't want to detract from the bunnies too much. I like this feather. Put the feather there. And then I've got some little flowers. And then maybe one of the tickets. Yeah. Yeah. Now, can I get the back off from this? It's always the trick. Oh, awesome. Car coasters are a good way to use the cotton up too. I should do some sets of car coasters. I guess I need to count how many are in our car. There's probably 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and I think there's some in each of the door panels too. There's a little round section where you could put a cup. Well, I had it loose. Nope, maybe I didn't. No hissing. Who's hissing? Don't pick on Piper. Tippy. Why are you even back in here right now? I don't know why Greg he'll leave drawers open. I don't get it. He does it with the cabinets too. He just leaves them open, walks off. It's like, didn't I teach you anything? Oh, come on. Let's try this end. I think these stickers are cool. It's just they're a pain in the neck to get the backs off. You can come up and get in the basket, but you have to go straight to the basket. Mister. You have to be feeling good if you want to pick a fight with somebody. Go on. I might have to give up on this feather. Oh, what was that? I think I got it. And I'm just going to put it so it's right there. Shazam. I want to use these stickers up. And then these need to be inked. All right. So now, put this here. That'll go there. So if I put a little glue on this piece, I can glue it to the back like so. Then we'll put a little bit of that on there. I don't really need to ink the whole thing because it's not all going to be seen. And then just glue the whole thing down. Okay. Okay. And let's see. This is the one we did for the bottom. While I have it in my hand, I'll punch the holes back in it, sort of. It don't have to be perfect. All right, this will be down here. This is number 15. And it said wonderful. So I've got, always take the scenic route. Won't quite fit there. I have a You Are Enough. Of course, we could matchy match that and just put Imagine up here. I think that's what I'll do. So 12, this is the next one we're going to work on. This is the one I need to finish. So this brings us up to 15. Today is the 19th, so I really need to do at least 4 more pages. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. And it's just now 7 o'clock-ish, 7:07. Did I do it on here? And this one needs the background treatment. Might need to make up some more mud. I think just by getting rid of the stark whiteness of the background, it really brings it all together. All right, I'll set this aside to dry. We'll punch the holes in it again in a minute. And we'll bring this one back. And this one will flip up. And we'll put this one here. So that was 14. This one's 15. So this would be 16 and 17. And I set these things aside. Let me see if there's anything else that actually has a number on it. I don't think any more of them do. So I can just put my numbers on any of these. I could put a number 16 on this bug. 16 and 17. I had some other bugs in here. So we could do 16 and 17 on here. I'm going to do number 16. So this bug will go on that card. And then this one will be number 17. I'm going to have to start getting creative on how I put numbers on pages, I think. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's just grab some of these. It's another cool piece with some dark pieces on it. I really like this with that circle. It looks kind of like a moon. Maybe put that there. I've got a couple pieces of this. I'm not sure about this stuff. I would have to put it down with like tacky glue. Got one little fake leaf thing. Got some Acme. I don't know. This stuff it's cool looking, but I don't know if I want to use it because it's so dimensional. Let's see what else I have. penny farthing. All right. I have some more of these stickers too. All right, I'm going to start with the one on the bottom again. And ink, 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 ink. I'm probably going to use some of these flowers on here too. So let's start with this here. Get everything inked up. And I might go through and ink the edges on all of my pages at the end before I sew them together. I could go around the edges with gold paint at the end to tie them all together, but I think I'm going to leave them with the rustic stuff. So I'm hoping to finish these up so next week we can just put our book together. It says it's Buffalo, New York. When we heard that Buffalo was going to be snowed in, we knew we were going to be about snowed in too, because I was near Binghamton then. Lake wind advisory. I don't miss that amount of snow at all. Trying to walk on frozen, crunchy ice from the previous slush is no fun. No fun. No bueno. Oh, yay, I'm going to fight with another piece of... Oh, so your husband's from up in New York too. Yeah. I spent my first 18 years in upstate New York, near Binghamton. And then some people say that's not upstate, that's the Hudson Valley, or blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, whatever. We always called it upstate New York because it wasn't the city. It's not the city. All I knew is I lived way back in the woods. I'm going to cut one of these off because these are kind of like panels. I'm just going to cut this and use a strip of 3 and save that for something else. Yeah, I like that better. No. All right, let's glue this stuff down here and get our glue back over here. Picking up the paper, putting on the glue, bump, bump, bump. It's all right, baby. You want to just get up there and sleep, didn't you? Say, playing is hard work. So some of us, once we got out of the north, we haven't gone back, right? I think about what life would be like if I hadn't left New York. I wouldn't have met Scott. That makes me sad. I think we always, we may not feel it at the time, but we always land where we're supposed to be. There's a reason we are sent to places. I think our souls have to find where they're the most happy. I could just cover the entire backgrounds with paper, just cover it up, but I kind of like having the peak of the index card here and there. But this one, I think I am going to just about cover it up. Just about. I'm going to need to go get my hair cut, but I've been putting it off because I keep it so short. Hi, Karen. Let's see. I want this on top, so I got to try to get the sticker off this now. All right, you get to watch me struggle with the plastic again. Yay for you. Oh, and I got my bug, too. Can't forget the bug. The bug tells me what page number I'm on. This one, I think I've got it. I don't. Oh, I think I do. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. I don't know why I want to use this stamp. It's a 24-piece stamp with Queen Elizabeth on it. And then I've got to put my bug on here. Put the bug there and then put this stamp over part of the bug, maybe. All right, let's glue this mess down here. Oh, I wanted to put one of these flowers on here too. Hold that thought. Need to get another glue stick out too. All right. This one's a little easier because I can pull this back. Whoops. Messed that up, dog. Let me grab another glue stick because I'm not going to fight to get that last little bit out right now. I'll fight with it later. Where'd my glue sticks go? Oh, geez. I moved them so they'd be more convenient. Oh my gosh. My white amaryllis Scott gave me for Christmas is just so beautiful. It just makes me smile every morning. And the red one hasn't put up any bud thing yet. I got way too much glue on this bug. So we will just stamp it down with a wet one and hope I don't move it around too much. Okay, and then I want to put Queen Elizabeth on here. Make it look like it's trailing down. Oh, you know what? There's enough glue on this page. Just scoop that up, stick it down. So I don't have to worry about the mail today because it won't go. Oh, I forgot about that. So I appreciate y'all reminding me. I don't know. It looks okay, I guess. Almost feel like I need something dark up in there now to kind of balance it. Let me see what we've got. Balance the queen. Papa. Don't really have anything else that is that dark. It's okay. Maybe I can't seem to grab something that's easy to start. I think that tells me that this tape is getting old and I need to use it. Use what you have. Oh, look, this is the last of it. Use something up. Ding, ding, ding. I should have a bell every time I, oh, hey. All right, every time I use something that I can throw something away, we'll ring a bell. How about that? Now I'm just being silly. It's okay. But I don't like that. But I'm going to use it because I've already rang the bell. Tippy's like, why'd you ring that bell? I was sleeping here. I'm going to use a piece of it on here and a piece on the other page. That's what I'll do because it's really too long to... And I will have to use glue because half of it doesn't have any stickum on it anymore. Oh yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put it right there. Okay, so now we need to put our saying, and this little background will be the perfect place for our little quote or saying, I think. So we can put that there. And then I have, let's see, own your dreams. I'll trim it down, of course. And then I've got you are enough. That fits good. There's beauty and simplicity and always take the scenic route. Well, this doesn't really say that. I'm going to do the you are enough, and I'm not going to trim it. I'm going to leave it this size and just ink it up good. Whoops. And we can pop our date off to the side right there. And we've got to do our just roughing up the edges here. Not roughing them up, but you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Coloring the edges a little bit, make them look old. So I've been south since 1982. I've gone back to New York probably, I can't count the number of times on both hands that I've been back up. I've gone to a couple, I think about 2 or 3 of my class reunions. I think it was only 2. One I went with Scott, and one I went by myself. That drive to New York by yourself, woo, that was long and extremely painful days after. Because you don't think about it when you're the only one driving, and you never get to rest. Those muscles in your back. I feel for truck drivers, man. That's rough on your body. All right, that's going to have to be good enough. We'll set that aside to dry. We got our number on there. We got our date. We will have to repunch the holes. And now let's do this other one. Keep using my wet one. All right, so now we got this pile of stuff here. We've got to use everything that's here. Let's just build a background with what we got here first. Let's see. I think I want this to go down first. And that over top of it. And then cover this up. Maybe something like that. And then put the big postcard on top. Okay. All right. We finish this up, and then I might just do everybody tell me what color out of my bits and bobs, and I'll grab my color. You know, I've got everything by color. Like I've got a black and white. I've got this neutral bin. I've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Y'all could tell me what color we're going to do next, and we'll make some cards. Maybe next, after we finish this. Because I'd like to use up all the bits and bobs that I can. But the problem with that is you never quit using your bits and bobs because you just keep adding to it. Every time you do a project, oh, this needs to be cut because that's not going to. Let's cut a little bit off from this one. Let's just cut it right there. I didn't cut it very straight, but you know what? It doesn't matter. This is just a bits and bobs journal where we're just trying to use stuff up. And we're adding words and quotes. So, yeah. All right. I didn't ink that other bug because it was so small. I think somebody sent me all these little squares like this. So thank you, whoever sent that. I'm using them. I'll just ink his edges and stuff a little bit. And Lori sent me the bugs. Paint girly. She was probably thinking, why would anybody want these bugs? But I'm using them. They're my page numbering system in this journal. Okay, that's my little jibber jabber. All right, so we said we were going to put I like that. So we're going to put that down. Move all this over here. Get my glue box book back. Neutrals are fun to play with because colors will pop in no matter what you do because there's always a little hint of some other color. Keep thinking I'd like to get out of the house some, but I don't really have anywhere I want to go. Any place I used to like to go, they've changed their processes so much within the stores. They're not enjoyable to shop anymore, so I just don't go. I'd love to go check Michael's out, but I don't need to spend the money, and they're not as fun to look in anymore to me. I was thinking about maybe it has to do with aging. Maybe that's why I'm disliking it so much. Maybe I'm just reaching that age where, going shopping just doesn't mean anything to me. And I would rather just be at home doing my own thing. No, this first. I feel like it needs something else. No. All right. Fight with the tape time. I like black and white with a pop of red or a pop of turquoise. To me, that's a beautiful combination. I need to share my quilts in progress, but I'm going to do them like one bag or tub at a time because I think I've got one tote bag and then 3 great big bins. And I know Josie wanted to see those, and I don't know if that would be of interest to anybody else. I have shared them before, but in the private little chat group. So I know they probably don't care to see them again, but I like this kind of at an angle. Might glue that down. And then I've got like, this could be like a tab off the bottom. Put the bug at the top, number the page. Put the bug there. Let's put the bug down. Put the bug down. Put the bug down. Hopefully I won't smear that too badly. That ink is probably still wet, so I'm trying to avoid it. And yay, that's one roll of washi. I had thought about keeping all this, the spools I'm emptying, but then I said, no, I don't, I'm trying to get stuff out of the house, so I don't want to add to anything. And once I'm done with them, I'm done with them. Too much glue. Yeah, Safia's on Instagram and she posts a lot of stuff. She's very busy. And she homeschools and she's got a busy life. Let's see. Let's see here. We need to do the background. Always take the scenic route. How are we on time? 7:41. Okay. I keep thinking I've used stuff and I've trimmed things away, but then I look down at my trash can and it's not full. Oh well. I am using stuff. I used a whole spool of washi. It's gone. That's one of those things I don't reach for very often is washi tape. So let's see here. And I got to age the background. Oh, you know what? I got to punch a hole down here. Where are my holes? Oh, there they are. Whew. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to put my saying there because if I do, hang on. Let's do those right now, even though the glue is probably still wet. Almost messed up. Yep. See, if I'd put that there, it would have had holes through it, and I wouldn't have been. I am so glad. Thought I took a minute to look at that. We could just put it where the address is, and I could cut it apart. So we could do always take scenic route. We'll just ink that edge, ink this edge, and then I'll just put one here and one there. I'll get them stuck where I want them here in a sec. All right, so we're going to put that on there. I'm glad I hadn't glued this down because that would have made me sad. All right, let's get this back over here. Uh-oh. Everything's dried up on me. What are we looking for? I need to stop being so good at using the tiny scraps. Well, hey, I'm using them at least. That's the whole reason I have the bits and bobs, so that I can use it. Now, see, some of the stuff that Janet Nash uses, I don't save. She calls them her scripts and scraps. I don't do scripts and scraps. I don't go that small. So at least I don't go scripts and scrap size. I love that she does that, though. That means nothing at her house goes to the landfill. Which after that last trip to the landfill and how big that mountain of trash is that we have to drive up to, dump our pickup truck when we do building projects, is just getting higher and higher every single time we go. I'm wondering where they'll have to move to if they fill that all in. It really is awful how much waste human beings do. And animals, everything with animals is, biodegradable. You don't see them buying plastic and doing all that stuff. All right, so there you go. There's that one. All right, so let's see if I can figure out where I am. That one's dated. This was 16. This was 17. This one needs its holes punched. If I don't take a minute and put them back in order, I'll be up a creek. Not gonna say what kind of creek, but I'd be up a creek. So this is our 17. 17, 16, 15. There's 14 and 13. So, and this is 12. And this doesn't have its holes repunched. The getting it in the right direction, since I'm having mine open from the bottom up, I have to have one page is upside down, one page is right side up. So let me get my book back over here. So flip it up. So this is 12. So I need 13. So it's all right side up now. And then this will be 14, 15, 16. This one's still wet though. So I'll set that one aside to dry. So then this one will flip up, and then we are going to do 18. Actually, I was going to do this one, but I might as well do one more. So I'll be on the day, and then I still have 2, 4, 6, 12 more pages to do. Kathy Berg is really good. If you like to do like paint-alongs. No, that's not Kathy Berg. That's Kathy Arbor. If you'd like to learn painting. All right. So let's see, 17. I need to do 18 and 19 in bugs. Let's see what we've got here. I could do this as one of my page numbers. Instead of doing a bug. Or I could do this little tag and put a number on it, but also use this bug. So maybe put number, what did I say? I'm 18 and 19. So if I do number 19, then when I put it on the page, I will include this bug. And then maybe I could do the same. This is a cool bug here. And then I've got this one. This could be, I don't know why that's like that. That's weird. I think I cut that off an envelope. Number 18. Number 18 and 19. And then I need to do backgrounds, but I'm getting pretty picked over. So I'm going to grab my neutral bag and just grab some papers out. I just want the painty paper stuff. Let's just grab a couple of these out and see if we can use some of this. These were painty papers that I just went through and made marks on. So if we rip this, and then I could rip it in half and use half on this page and half on this page, since they'll be the pages that follow one another. Okay. I really want to use this piece of wallpaper, but I'm going to have to cut it. Got a piece of book page, music page. I don't know if I'll use that other piece. I'm just going to grab some stuff, stick it down. All right, let's see if we can just glue some backgrounds and then we'll worry about the rest here. I'm going to set that one aside and do this first. I ran into an old friend at the grocery store the other night. It was nice. She says she's got yarn for me, acrylic yarn. And what am I trying to use up? Acrylic yarn. Oh, well. This paper is so intriguing. It's wallpaper. It's real dimensional. I think I got too many colors going on. Way too many colors going on. Let's pull this back out because I think the dark is messing up the rhythm of it here. And I want to watch my time. This has got lanterns on it. Oh, no. No. Don't like it. Don't like it. All right. Oh, Lala has to go. This might be my last 2 pages for today, but I'm going to finish the rest. I'm about at my creative max for this page, these pages for today. But I'm going to keep working on them and do maybe a couple pages each day, but just not go live doing it. And then I'll just show up and bam, it'll be done, except for the covers. And we'll do the covers together, and then we'll just sew it all together. Just really like this piece of paper. Oh, guys, you know what I didn't do? I didn't ink it. Y'all didn't say ink it. So I can like fix this. And then we'll just kind of smush the edge here. I'll just make a mess on these. It'll be fine. Wish I'd remembered to ink them before I stuck them down. I knew something felt like I was missing something. And I was. The shed roof is covered in frost this morning, and Scott had to scrape his windshield. And Greg's going to be expected to, because he's the only maintenance man left on first shift, on the day shift. And they said that they're going to expect him to keep the old building running and go to the new building and do stuff over there. And he's just feeling a bit overwhelmed. He's like, you guys have got to hire somebody, because the new building's like as big as 2 football fields for one maintenance man to keep everything going. And he's feeling it. I don't know if I'll use that music paper or not. This is funny. This is an index card that I did painty paper stuff on. Same index cards that I'm folding in half and cutting in half and turning into, oops. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't think I got much glue up here. Yeah, I think I'm at my max. So that was a lot of pages. Hi, Josie. And I was talking about doing a share of the quilts I have that are started that I need to finish, but I just need to share them for right now. And then this sticker will go on top. I feel like this needs something. Maybe that's where the music paper needs to go. We're going to do that. I'm not worried about covering my holes. I just got to remember to punch them back out before I go on to the next page. That is stuck to my finger. Time for another wet one. What's too much work? I missed something. I was wanting to get back into my gardening this year. I guess what I'm going to have to do is just get up before the sun does and be out there and then get in away from the sun before it gets right overhead. Whew. Stop thinking about it. I'm going to put that bug on there. We're going to put some just glue right across here. There we go. All right, let me see if I can get this bug on here. I feel like it almost needs something else. Maybe a flower or something. I've got flowers. We could stick a flower on here. Put a flower on it. I thought there was more. There we are. This is more of what I was thinking. I'm not sure I put it on YouTube yet or not, but my next procedure will be March 2nd. And Scott's taking the day because they said it could take all day, or several hours, and that I'm probably not going to feel like doing much. But so that's that. Oh, bye, Karen. I'm not going to be on much longer anyway. I've already been on nearly 2 hours. And it's almost time for Janet. I still have one more page to do. I really do love these stickers. I just don't like that they're so hard to... They ought to make them so that it's perforated so you could like fold it and it would pop and you could get to the to the edges. Sorry. Snuffleup, I guess, here. Come on. Oh. Yeah, these are beautiful stickers. When you can get the blooming things to let loose the plastic that they're on. It's a shame they're not like these where you can bend the paper and you can see where it is. I'm about to throw this one in the trash, but I really want to use it. Oh, wow. This one really doesn't want to be used. Just when I think I've got it, it's going, just kidding. Now, if I end up destroying it, it'll be okay. Well, do we have something else? Because, oh my gosh. Now, see, like this bird. I could use this bird. Put a bird on it. Except he doesn't really fit. They could do that with these bugs and make life so much easier for the people trying to use their blooming stickers. All right, I have some more of the bugs that Lori sent me. We might just use a paper bug. That's what we're going to do, because that bug doing me crazy. Woo, this is so much easier. Look at that. Oh my God. That was awful. Sorry I made you wait so long for that one. I should have given up sooner, because that was not. Anyway. All right, we need a quote. There's beauty and simplicity. Inspire. Anyway. Whoops. Didn't hear a lot of screaming, so they must be getting the kid in the car just fine today next door. Sometimes he doesn't want to go, and he'll run away from them and get on his trampoline, and yeah. Like, I don't want to go. Yeah, I'll do that. Own your dreams. Own your dreams. And a date needs to go on here somewhere. And you can't read it, but it's dated. And we will muck this up a little bit. And that distress ink will activate too, that I put down on here. I could almost take that palette and just wash it under water and it would be like new again. All right, so let's go ahead and do this while I'm thinking about it. I got one more to do, and then I'll be caught up to today. So there's number 19. And this was 15 and 16. So that can go. There's 14. There's 15, 16. All right, we're getting there. See what we can do with this. Just call this paper up. Probably not going to use that. Sorry. Very congested this morning. That's going to go on there. And then we used a piece of this paper. I'm hoping this book doesn't look really, same old as you look through it, but I am using the same bits and bobs selection of stuff. So I'm using all neutrals, which I think will be okay. And then I used a piece of this and a piece of this. and a little bit of music paper. Oh, and we got to have our bug. And this did come off, probably the envelope somebody sent me. Stick that behind the bug. Something like that. Okay. Music paper. Okay. We'll plop that sticker there. Okay. Doing this stuff. Making it up as I go along now. Might be time to move on from this project for today. But if I can do that many pages in about 2 hours, I might can get this done if I work like in 30-minute segments. And then next week, we can grab our corrugated cardboard and make some covers for it. I might even go gather a couple sticks or something to do something on the front with some sticks. All right, then I've got my little bug here. I was thinking this could come out from behind the bug. Oh. Just kind of forcing a cluster together here. See what else we have. Yep. Well, I don't know where that went. It's got glue on the back where I'm gluing stuff to it. It needs some other things sticking out from the edge, I think. No. 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 No, 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 no. Look, this could be dimensional bug. I could put some foam on him and he'd be, ew, no thanks. Splat. Don't really have anything else that goes with this stuff. I'm determined to finish this up. Let's see here. Oh, you're almost finished with your grandson's mosaic quilt? That is cool. I probably have more quilts than I'm thinking about that are back there. I ought to just donate them to somebody that could like actually quilt them and give them to somebody that could use them. Y'all, my brain is like not wanting to do anything else. I want to finish this. Make him look like he's a slide. I feel like it needs something. I'm not really liking the yellow flower. Let's stick the yellow flower on here. And now you can become one with that piece. Because I have more pink flowers, is what I'm thinking on this book page. I do that and then I look in the screen to see what it looks like. Can I cope with that? Can I live with that? All right, so then I'm thinking, what if I just tear some of this off? And ink that so there's not a great big white space off to the side. There, that's glued down. I've committed to that. We're going to commit to this too. Sometimes it's just, you reach a point where you just have to commit and like live with it, or, you know, come back later and blob it out, or just say, done is good enough, right? All right. Done is good enough. And then we're going to claim there is beauty in simplicity. And that this is beautiful. This is the best page yet. I don't know about y'all, but I can always tell when I've reached the end of my, okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this project for today. And I have reached that. But I have gotten so many pages done that I am up to date. So how about them apples? Oranges, tangerines, or whatever. I'm just going to put that right on the bug. Like so. And then we gotta add a little color to the back. I got a mess to clean up, and that's putting it mildly. And I've got stitching today. I've still got to do my dishcloth for today. I've got stitch group at 2 o'clock on Messenger. If anybody new that's here would like to join us to just sit around and stitch, there's just like 4 or 5 of us that get together on Monday afternoons. And we just sit and chat and work on whatever we're working on. I need to work on some of my unfinished projects too. I might do a few rows on that Afghan I have started. And it might be something I could do. Like on Mondays, you have to do at least 2 or 3 rows on that. And it wouldn't take me long to have that finished. I was doing it at bedtime, you know, put a video on while I was waiting on Scott to wind down to come on to bed. He usually falls asleep in his chair, and then I hear him wake up, and I was like, okay, time to go to bed now. Because he usually stays up later than I do. Come 9 o'clock, I'm ready. I'm done by 9 o'clock. All right, so let's punch these holes back in here. I'm not going to make y'all hang with me while I clean up. There's plenty to do. And I need to wash some clothes. All right, so let's see. This was page 17, page 18, page 19. This one still needs to dry. So if we look back through it, I'll point it toward y'all so you can see how it actually works. So, oh, I got it backwards to y'all. Hang on. This is the right way. All right. This is the first page we did. So my book opens from the bottom. So it flips up. So there's 2 and 3. Let me see. 2 and 3. And then 4 and 5. 6 and 7. 8 and 9. And there's 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. So this is where we started. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I got 8 pages done today, which I think is really good. And if I leave these just laying like this, these 2 pages can finish drying. Everybody has holes in there. Yeah, looks like I can see light through. They're not dead on straight because I've got things sticking off the edges. The only edge that really needs to be smooth is where the holes are. And I think I will go back through and just do this. I'm just going to go back through and ink the edges on each of my pages so that it just all looks real vintagey. All right. So I hope you guys had fun watching me struggle, especially with the stupid dragonfly. I will see if I can get it together. So I'm going to try to finish the last. I've got the back of this one, and then I've got, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I've got 6 more fronts and backs, 12 more pages. There's 12 here, so 13 pages. And I'm going to try to finish those up before next Monday. So bring your corrugated card, chunky, because we'll peel some of the layers away just to make this cover look real vintagey. You'll need 2 pieces a little bit wider and longer than your book pages, because you want the cover to be, a little bit past on either side. It doesn't have to be a lot. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you Wednesday, if not before. All right, take care.